Hey, how y'all doing? I was having an issue with my shower tub leaking. Um, if your shower tub is leaking water and you've tightened the handle and it's still leaking, it's probably the cartridge. Now, I'm gonna tell you, when you watch these videos online about how to take out and reinstall a new cartridge like this Moen 1222, there's something that they don't tell you. They make it look easy to take that cartridge out, the old cartridge out. I would strongly advise getting the puller. That cartridge is in there like really, really, really good. And a pair of pliers is just not going to get it. You really need that puller. Another thing too is it's also much more difficult than what they show to actually install the new cartridge. Now, this cartridge is the one that I was able to take out. Now, looking at this, it doesn't seem in too bad a shape, right? Well, as I looked at it in more detail, if you can see inside of this hole here, let me walk over here. I don't know if you can see inside of this hole, but inside of this hole, you're going to see where the washer started to disintegrate inside of that hole. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little thing out of here. So turning this over, can you see how that's been kind of destroyed right there? That's why mine was leaking. Mine was leaking because it had been destroyed. Just one little piece of this washer destroys it. So that's the causing of that. Plus it was looking kind of dingy here. That was a little weird. It was looking a little dingy. But reinstalling the new one is much more difficult than what they let on. When you put this in, it's got to go all the way in. There's a tab, right? There's a tab in there on that valve, and this tab here, it has to go all the way in because there's a clip that goes down in here, and you know it's not all the way in if you can't put that clip in there. But it takes a lot of force, more force than what they show online, to put this actually all the way inside of the valve. So, one thing that I did to help line this up was I used the tool, because as I was pushing in, it got a little bit off center. So I used the little removal tool and kind of turned it back straight like this, where the little notch is up. The notch has to be up and the HC must be up. That's how you put the new one in there. But as you pushing it in straight, it stops. So you have to forcefully, take your thumb and your finger on each side and really push back. It's almost to the point where you think that you're going to break something, but it's not in there correctly until it goes all the way in there. So that's what I wanted to tell everybody. This stuff, a lot of times, sometimes they show you stuff online and it's like, it seems easy and it looks easy, but when you start to go do it, you find out that it could be much more difficult than what they had let on. that clip that comes out online, they show it in front of the tile. That clip a lot of times is actually behind the tile, behind the wall. And sometimes you may not have room based on the tile to actually pull that clip all the way out. So you actually may need to also get a pair of tile nippers, or get a diamond bit for a Dremel to kind of shave that tile back up enough. That way you can pull that clip out. That's something else that I had an issue with. The job online appears as though it's like a 5 to 10 minute job, right? But this job took me 2 hours to do, just simply because, you know, trying to cut back the tile, trying to get the clip out, trying to put the clip back in there. And really, the most time consuming thing was actually pushing this all the way into the valve. Actually forcing this, like really pushing hard on this all the way into the valve properly. But yeah, a lot of times they don't, there's things that they don't tell you about, and you only find out until you start doing it. I will have to admit, for a second there, I was like, you know what? I might need to call somebody, because I can't get this valve all the way in here. Something's not right, right? But I kept trying, and I was able to get it all the way in there. But yeah, this job is not as easy as what they show online. This cartridge does not come out and go in easily. It doesn't. But luckily, I was able to get it done. I just want to give some tips on that. So I was definitely suggest to get the puller, and then also get some nips, or a diamond bit for your Dremel, just in case that you need to actually cut that tile a little bit, you know. And also, it came with a packet of like grease or oil. Make sure that you use that and put that on this black piece, and on this little rubber washer, and on the other side. See, there's two sides. And make sure that you really grease that down well. That's another thing that I would suggest doing. That if I could redo that again, is that I would probably put more grease on there to try to make that more easier to push in there, because that is not easy to push in there. It's not. So, all right. Talk to y'all next time.